you want your feet parallel, close together, and your back straight. And then eventually you want to just be able to sit. Okay. You place your feet out in front of you. Alright. Sitting up nice and tall. So from this space, everyone's going to grab their strap. I hope they're not getting up. And your block should be close by. We're going to work into Paravita Navasana, your full boat pose. You're going to take a block and place it between your knees, and you're going to push. Okay, place your hands onto your knees, roll the shoulders, lift your chest, and lean. Now when your feet start to get light, and your sitting bones are still on the floor, so you should be able to hear them. You can hear my sitting bones, they're on the floor. I don't want those to come off, so those have to stay rooted. It's like a 2-point plug in the wall or in the ground. So I want to push my abdomen, my fatty tummy, towards my thighs. They've got to stick as close. Shoulders can go back. I want to lift my chest so if somebody's lifting me up. I'm holding it to the knees so that when I lean back, my feet get a bit light. That's where I know, I'm rooted. My shoulder can go back, but that's where I am. Does that make sense? When I'm doing this, I start to work my core. If I let go of my hands, I have to hold core. I have to hold core and I have to hold my thighs. If you're not doing that, you're not doing it right. If you're holding with your arms or you're rounding, this is not it. So you're really, you hear it? Push back on. So I'm pushed on, sitting up, holding, squashing, and I'm light. I'm holding it there. Take a block out. You will see what happens with a no block. You all of a sudden do that and you merge lighter. You haven't got that nice hold you had there. When you let go with your arms, it's even lighter. It's like, holy shit, now I really have to engage the core. So you're really engaging now. I want you to just stretch and see if you can hold here without working anything in your back. It's core work. Hold through the core, hold through the thighs. See if you can bring your thighs up parallel, your calves parallel, hands up, hold. Now if you've got this, you can place your hands behind there. I want your knees to stay where they are and see if you can start to straighten one leg at a time. Please note where my legs are going. My feet are above my head. So you want them going right above the head. They should not be going. When you do this, I see a lot of people do that. They push in front. I want them to stay here and I want to lift. A lift. So you stay in this position, this V, and I'm lifting my legs. So all I'm doing is lifting, lifting. And I want you to work into that. If this is not even an option, it's too hard right now. Take your strap, place the strap around the balls of the foot. Hold quite close to the strap, close to your feet. Get that same feeling. So shoulders back, chest puffed out, pigeon. I don't have to do that much. Get your balance. You'll feel you've got to get the balance. Now if you're rolling back, you're off your sitting bone. So roll forward. Let your chest pull you slightly back, your back. Get to your place. You'll feel, I battle with this thing. Okay, once you're there, you're going to start to straighten up. Look nice and straight. I can get my legs. Now, you want to get up there, you want to hold. You want to get so much that you can straighten up, get into a good place. That when you let go, everything stays exactly where it is. The arms can go out, everything stretches. If it's too hard, you stay there with the belt. Holding the belt. If you've got it in the belt, and you're doing okay with the belt, and you say, okay, I can do this. Stay in the belt, but then I want you to start to open. Feel the difference. Open, head, close, walk it back. Open, walk it back. Those who have got this and they're doing really well and they don't need the belt, stay there, see if you can open. See if you can close. If that's too hard, use your feet. Open. Whoa, you see you falling off your sitting bones. I can't do it with, I'm going to do it without. Okay, so just work with that a little bit. Try and work into that. Did you notice my back is straight? So we're going to work from there. You played a little bit of that. I want us to work into Ardha Navasana, our half pose. So in your half pose, I'm going to start you off lying down. So when you lie down, your eyes have to be in line with your feet. So if I'm going to start to come up, think about we did the dead bug. I'm lifting. You can have a slight canoe space in your back, but I want your tailbone, your sitting bones in. So you kind of move down and you kind of like, it's a bit of an arch, but it's a round. Does that make sense? You'll get it when you understand it. So now I'm going to start to lift up, feet and head, same amount. My eyes are in line with my feet, shoulders are back, and I hold. So this pose is working the liver, the spleen, and the gallbladder. If I go straight up, I'm working my intestines. So if I come down, I'm sitting on my sitting bones. I'm staying on the sitting bones. I'll start rounding my back slightly to my liver, my spleen, and my intestines. Coming up, hold it, lifting, and going back down. This is practice. You've got to just keep practicing into it. And then slowly coming up. So what we do is we work a nice little fun pose that I think a lot of people can do. If that was really hard, we're going to have a little bit of fun here. So we're going to take your strap. We're going to do what we did earlier. So we've done these movements through it. You're going to take your right foot and you're going to place it over the left. There's two options here. It depends on the length of your belt. If you have a nice long belt, you place that strap over your foot and you take the strap around your back, all the way around your foot. Now any belt is long for me, so I'm fine. Okay. This is the one option. So you'll see I've got around my right foot, around the back, and to the front. If your belt is nowhere near this length, you're just going to leave your foot up here and hope that it just stays there, and you're going to take hold of that. Okay. If you can hold your foot, but this foot keeps coming out, so if you can hold your left foot, but you find this is a problem, take a belt, place it around that foot, take it around the strap there, hold to where you can, hold as much as you can, place it onto your leg, hold onto your foot. So you want to still be able to pull that foot back as much as possible, but you also want to hold on here. So you work to where you can work. I found a lot of people can manage to hold their foot up there, so you're just going to place the strap in the front, and this is where you're going to hold. We're doing exactly what we did when we were standing, forward bending. Okay. So from there, I've got my hand behind here, where your belt is going. To come up, you bend your knee first, then you hold, and now you're going to straighten up. I'm sitting on the sitting bones, lifting, shoulders are nice and square, and I'm working that leg up as high as I possibly can. Try and sit into it, try and lengthen. Foot is flexed, and hold. If you want to really work yourself into it, I'm trying to hold on. You're trying to lift that leg without holding and hand out to the side. It's a bit of a toughie here. Works a bit too much core. Fine. Whole lot of stuff. Play with this. It's actually a little bit easier because you've got only one leg you're having to hold up. So your foot could be there and you're just holding up one leg. This is great. You can really hold. So if I let go of that leg, then it's easier for me to kind of lift up there. Working into that. So just play with that. So remember, to get up, you're all trying, I can see you all trying like this. Bend your knee. Lift it up. Stretch. Find your sitting bones. And open up the chest. Work it. See if you can try and get hold of that foot, because if your foot's so high, you should be able to actually hold on and breathe into it. The most important thing is let's try and come down with some control. Okay, let's work over to the other side. So straight and to right, let's bring the left up. And again, to explain to you, if you've got long enough belt, you're placing it around the left foot, round the back. You can place it across, down left foot, so this is if you've got a long belt. And you can bend and up you go and have a nice, you can even chill here. You can hold one side and just relax. It's like a hammock. Okay. If you're not doing it that way, your foot's just staying up there and you're just going to hold with the strap, one belt. Bend the knee first, lifting up. If you can get to it then you can hold, you can lift. Breathe into it. Stretch. Open the chest, roll the shoulders, try and feel what that feels like. Feel what it feels like to balance here, and balance so easily because you've got so many different things happening here that you've got a much easier control of the balance, if that makes sense. And then slowly come all the way down. Alrighty, well done guys. Move your stuff to the side. Please put your warm stuff back on. Do listen to me. So warm stuff goes back on. There's a side to this jersey. Yes, that's the side. You can even put your socks on, which will do a little bit of lifting and relaxing. Okay, so you're going to lie yourselves down. Place your feet back close to your buttocks. Hip distance apart, hands onto the floor. Shoulders back. Tilt the pelvis. And slowly lift up. Not far, just a little bit. Have a nice stretch. Tighten those glutes. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. Slowly down to the floor. You're going to place your feet out to the edges of your mat. You're going to drop your knees in together. So if your backs, anybody's backs are sore, this is how you're going to lie when you relax at the end. Just relax like this. Make sure you're pushing down your tailbone. So, you're tucking under your tailbone. So tilt the pelvis. Get your back nice and flat. Clasp your hands behind your head. Now open up the knees. Drop them to the right side. Take your right foot onto the left knee. And turn your head to the left side. Just relax. Now place back down your right foot, bring your knees up, drop them to the left side, left foot onto your right knee and turn your head to the right. Place back down your left foot. Release your hands, bring the knees to your chest, give them a nice hug. Just rock a little bit here. Back should be nice and flat. And let's take hold of the feet, work into a nice happy baby. Remember, if your back's not flat and your tailbone's not pushed down, you're just holding underneath those knees. It's a lovely feeling. Let's have a little stretch, whatever direction you feel like you need a stretch, stretch it out. And then slowly take your right leg and left leg to the corners of the mat, palms face out, close your eyes. Settle yourself down. Please relax for at least 5 minutes after I've finished. And there's a saying to end off with. Just like you need to strengthen your core with exercise, you also need to strengthen your core spiritually. That's by Anne Graham Lotz. May there be peace to the north, peace to the south, peace to the east, peace to the west, peace above, peace below, peace within and peace without, and most importantly, peace with you and your families. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Namaste.